Okay, this is GCSE Maths and we're looking at indices. So if we just look at the rules of indices, first of all, a lot of these will be familiar to you anyway. So the first one is a to the power of m multiplied by a to the power of n equals a to the power of m plus n. A wee example of that would be 7 to the power of 3 multiplied by 7 to the power of 6 gives you 7 to the power of 9. Our second rule of indices follows neatly on from that one, so it's the dividing one. So it's a to the power of m divided by a to the power of n equals a to the power of m minus n. For example, 8 to the power of 9 divided by 8 to the power of 3 gives you 8 to the power of 6. Third one is a to the power of m n equals a to the mn. In this particular case, you multiply the two indices. For example, 4 cubed all to the power of 5 is the same as 4 to the power of 15. Next one is a to the power of 1 just gives you a, something we've known for years. For example, 15 to the power of 1, of course, just gives 15. Number 5, a to the power of 0 gives you 1. Anything to the power of 0 gives you 1. 8 to the power of 0 gives you 1. P to the power of 0, it always just gives you 1. Rule 6 then is a to the power of minus m is 1 over a to the m. For example, say we have 3 to the power of minus 2. A lot of people think you're going to get a negative answer. But the 2 does what it always does. It squares the 3, it gives you the 9, and the minus means 1 over. So our answer to that then is going to be 1 over 9. Rule 7 is a to the power of 1 over m. That's the same then as the mth root of a. For example then, if we have 8 to the power of a third, that would be the same then as the cube root of 8. And that would give you 2. Rule 8 then is a combination, I suppose. So if you have a to the power of n over m, the n tells you what power you raise it to, you know, squared, cubed, the power 4, and the m, a bit like the m here, tells you which root you take. So that's going to give us, whatever way you want to write it, a to the power of n to the mth root, or let me see, how else can we write this? Yeah, the mth root of a, all in to the power of n. Say for example we had 27 to the power of 2/3. You could either square 27 and then find the cube root, or find the cube root and then square it. So if you excuse me, if you find the cube root of 27, you get 3, and then square it, you get 9. Or the other way to go, this is much more complicated. 27 squared, if you didn't know, was 729, and then take the cube root, you still end up then with 9. Okay, let's see some of these then in action and see if we can get them to work out. So p to the power of 6 multiplied by p to the power of 3, that's going to give us p to the power of 9. Here I would just take each bit and do it separately. The numbers is going to give us 5. X cubed divided by x squared just gives us x. Y squared divided by y to the power of 6 gives us y then to the power of minus 4. Some people might want to see this written as 5x over y to the power of 4. That would be the same thing there. Okay, part C, 3a squared all to the power of 4. We need to raise this to the power of 4, but also this to the power of 4. So 3 to the power of 4 is going to give me 81. And then it's a, and this is like our third rule up here where we multiply our two powers. So the 2 times the 4 is going to give me an 8. 8p to the minus 2 divided by 4p to the minus 2. That's going to give me 2p to the power of 0. Anything to the power of 0 is 1, so 2 times 1 just gives me 1. 49a to the power of 8 all to the power of a half. So the power of a half effectively means the square root. So the square root of 49 is 7. And the square root here, if you want to do 8 times a half, that works as well. That is a to the power of 4. Here, these are multiplied, so we add our two powers. So that's going to give us minus 1.5. So it's x to the minus, and I'm going to write then as 3 over 2. That's just the same then as 1.5.